Welcome to Harborside Chillers. The first Harborside Chillers machine. This machine is designed to supply fresh, cool water for yachts and their water source air conditioning systems. And I designed this basically as a compact on-dock design. So it's narrow, fits off the one side of the dock, people can walk by it, and then you repipe your boat and you can hook up to this machine and get fresh water instead of seawater, which seawater is contaminated with debris and barnacles and all that, and this saves tons of maintenance on the boats. So I do have an original design on a dock existing, and it is running, and this is the new revision, and it's compact, all in one frame. And it consists of a condenser, general refrigeration condenser, and heat exchanging system, a reservoir tank over here with pump and filtration. So we can filter any of contaminated water that is on board when they come in and tie up and hook to the machine and contaminate the tank. It will take out all contaminants before it enters the very intricate parts of this chiller, which is the heat exchanger. So we'll start with the condenser here. Everything is mounted on an aluminum frame, 3/16 stainless. All you need is a quarter to enter your control panel of the machine. And inside this is the factory original components of the condenser, made by Copeland, which controls the compressor and fans and all of that. This is all additional down here, added to control the chiller system. We get several relays, we get some lights, indicators for clean your filter housing over there. When it becomes contaminated and pressure is rise, this will illuminate and tell you to clean your filter. And then we have additional safeties with loss of water would be illuminated and shut everything off. And then we have loss of flow, which if you were to neglect your filter and flow was to be reduced, then it would illuminate and shut off the refrigeration system so you don't end up with a freeze-up condition and damage your heat exchanger. So if there's a failure and you were to enter, it would tell you specifically kind of where to look for in order to repair the machine and get it back and running. So that's here, and you've got a simple toggle switch to turn the machine on and off, with a controller here. This is a process controller, which is your set values for set points, up and down, very basic, with alarms as well for high alarm, and it can send a signal, whichever we require. We could have a dial out or anything as an alarm. It's fully capable. Now we move to the business end of it, and over here, this is the access lid to our reservoir tank. This is a 55-gallon reservoir tank. Remove your lid for service, and then there's additional components inside. Inside is a circulation pump, which is drawing water from this tank up through this discharge line into the filter in the rear. This is a pool filter type design with a washable filter cartridge inside, and it's accessed through the top. Remove the cover, extract your filter, and you can wash it. Then it is discharged after filtered down into a three-way balancing valve, which is in here, and a lever on this side which controls flow. A lever on this side to control flow. So water enters, and it is divided two ways, top and bottom. Going up is to the heat exchanger, which I'll show in a bit. Going down is returning back to the tank. This here is a flow control, which is measuring the flow of water to the heat exchanger, which is highly critical, and it's constantly monitoring the amount of flow, and for it to be proper, for not having a freeze-up situation. So if the filter was to be plugged and flow was to drop,